That boy.
Did that? Oh, hey, dude, first time I think. Have we spoken before?
No, I don't think so. Like personally, how are you doing?
I'm good. Nice to meet you. How are you?
It's nice to meet you too. I'm doing well, having a good day.
Do
Just
you want
a good,
do you want me
good
to call
Saturday
you
day.
that boy, or is there another name you'd prefer me to?
Yeah, y'all can just call me Mark. That's my name.
Nice to meet you, Mark.
Nice to meet you too.
Talk to me. 5 actors that you'd watch in anything.
Okay, so I wanted to combat recency bias. So
Uh huh.
my most recent actor I put in my fifth most spot just because I wanted to pay respect and tenure to the other actors on the list. But I also wanted to just talk about how much I like them. So at my fifth most spot, I have Ayo Edebiri, just because I feel like anything she's in right now is just like really fun. I watched Theater Camp.
LFG.
Yes, yes, awesome. Yeah, I'm glad everybody else agrees. So I watched Theater Camp the other day. She had a pretty flat character, still so much fun. Like it was just a really fun movie. She was trying to teach these kids. She clearly didn't have the credentials,
Anything.
so it
She
was
had
really funny.
nothing.
Exactly, exactly. It was great. I loved it. That movie was also just kind of fun. So that's who I have in my fifth most spot because I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time. In my fourth most spot, I have Mr. Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
I love Adam Sandler. All those movies when we were younger, 51st Date, Happy Gilmore, The Water Boy, because I'm from Louisiana, so I love me some Bobby Boucher. Yeah, my boy keeps water from he keeps water from another state. That's how dirty the water we have is. But I love Adam Sandler's serious stuff too. Obviously we all love Uncut Gems, but I really love Rain on Me, which was kind of like my introduction to his serious stuff. It was about he played a widower and he
After the 9/11,
became very.
Don
Oh
Cheadle.
yeah, yeah. He had like severe depression after his wife had passed, and that movie was really good. I loved it. I watched it like I think when I was in like middle of high school. Loved that movie so much. So yeah, I love Adam Sandler.
Dude,
So I fit, oh,
let me pause you there very quickly. Adam
go ahead.
Sandler, he is beloved in this space, not by everyone, and that's okay because not everyone is for everyone.
Very true.
But there is a strong vein within this space of people for had very much so who are Adam Sandler fans of his movies. The one thing that we do often say is that when he does movies like Uncut Gems or Punch Drunk Love, it's both a blessing and a curse because it proves to everyone that he is capable of really good stuff. Really good stuff. It it that's why the things like Jack and Jill kind of grate
Ooh,
a little
yeah.
bit because it's like he's pissing in his own swimming pool. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like you can't say no to a check sometimes. I know exactly what you mean. Or just
But
like, having to cash in favors, whatever it might be. I know exactly what you mean.
I think
Um,
someone said, what was it? One of the guys said about, is it funny guys or well, like he said he got the email from Adam which said this one's in Hawaii, and he was like, yes. It's like, dude, that's cheating. You shouldn't be able to do that. But okay, I mean, if I was writing my own movies, I can't say I wouldn't do the same thing.
no, I
Great stuff.
understand. I understand. So, speaking about favors, I'll move to my third spot. Uh, Mr. Samuel L. Jackson. I love Mr. Samuel L. Jackson. Anything he's in, I'm gonna watch it. I'm even seated for Snakes on a Plane. That's how committed I am to,
Dude, you're only human.
to
You're only a normal,
exactly.
well-adjusted human being. So
Exactly. So I don't want to spend too much time on him because, like, obviously, well stated. But yeah, love Samuel L. Jackson.
have you looked at his filmography? Like just as
Like in
a
totality,
list, like
it's a lot of stuff. Yeah,
it's at least
I haven't
four
seen all of
scrolls.
it, but
It's
yes,
four full page scrolls on Wikipedia. Like that dude works.
yes, very, very, very prolific. Like very large catalog.
Someone worked out that he got paid. Someone did the math on how many times he says motherfucker in a movie, and they worked it out that he has earned $1,800 per motherfucker.
Oh,
Every time he
that's
says
a good
motherfucker on screen,
ratio.
he's earned $1,800.
That's a great
That's the
ratio.
analytics I'm here for.
That's exactly like that's what I want to hear about. Like, I don't care about subscriber count. Tell me about
That's
that.
it.
Like, all right, so we'll go on to number two. You know, this I'm a little biased. I'm gonna let you know right now, okay?
Good.
But
That's the
it's
point.
Halle Berry, man. I love Halle Berry. I've
Yay!
loved Halle Berry since I was a kid. I love whether it's, her Oscar award winning stuff, like Monsters Ball and stuff, her more serious stuff, or if it's just comedy. I love Baps. I'm from Alexandria, Louisiana, and Natalie Desselle is from my hometown. So her
Nice.
getting to do a movie with her that's like, a sister comedy, they get to
Uh-huh.
kind of make, do a play on like the whole, Black American princess joke. So I love that movie so much. I love anything Halle Berry's in. So definitely my number two spot.
Listen,
So yeah.
uh, X. We know it. Can I? Are you a Marvel? Marvel fan? Comic book
Oh, of course,
movies?
of course. Yes,
Okay,
I,
cool,
I
cool,
write
cool.
comic books. Yes, I love anything
Oh, dude.
superhero.
So we know X-Men is coming. We know it's coming. It can't be her, obviously, as Storm, which
Yes,
is
yes.
it's going to be a huge hurdle for whoever they cast as her. Because although, I mean, in the grand pantheon of comic book characters, Storm perhaps isn't. She's not up there in terms of the big names and things like that. But a really good sign of a great performance is when you can't really imagine anyone else playing that role. Do you know what I
No,
mean?
definitely see what you're saying. Yeah, definitely see what you're saying. I definitely love Halle Berry as Storm. With the new X-Men coming out, definitely very, very excited to see where they go with it. I heard that back in the day that Storm was actually competing with Angela Bassett
Yes.
for Storm, which is like very, that tells you how steep the competition was
Yeah.
for
Right.
casting back then. And I love all the interpretations. What happens whenever you strike a toe with lightning. All that's so dope. And then honestly, even if we stray over to DC, who else do brought an Oscar to the Razzies?
Fair.
You know what I mean? So even for her
Fair.
Catwoman, I think it's fun.
It that is undoubtedly and irrefutably a film.
Right, right, right. It's definitely like, oh, it got made.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Dude, it's been wonderful to meet you. It's been wonderful so far. We've had so I always forget how to say her first name. Adebayo? Adebayo Edibiri? Adebayo Edibiri?
Ayo, Ayo. Yeah, Ayo
Ayo
Edebiri.
Edibiri. Ayo Edibiri at 5, The Sandman at 4, Samuel L. Jackson at 3, Halle Berry at 2. Bring It Home?
Yes, so number one, I have an actor I've been watching since I was way too young to be watching his films, because that's just how important he is in a black household. That is Mr. Denzel Washington. I was watching Training Day at like 7. That's
Oh
how
shit!
important it was in my household. Uh, just even beyond, obviously the main hallmarks, even, things like Mississippi Masala, that has a really,
Yep.
really like, deep place in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I love him in like a romance type space, or even
Yep.
in just like I love him in action. Book of Eli. I love
Book
that movie. Used to watch it before football games with my football team. We all love Book of Eli.
Book of
So
Eli. I go
you
a
know,
different
he,
blind.
yes, yes, he can do it all. He can do
Remember,
everything.
remember the Titans, John Q. Um,
Yes,
I think just to go back to what you said there about watching Training Day at 7, is that I think and just tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm just imagining this, but I assume perhaps you maybe grew up in a household where um, there were things that were just generally considered, no, he's not watching that. He's not old enough to watch that. And then there are exceptions
very
because
much so.
it's
Very much so.
Denzel.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, there's just like these monumentous moments that like the kids need to see, while they're young, so they can
That
kind
was
of,
the thing for me.
sensationalize it.
For me and my dad, it was because I was not old enough to be watching the Monty Python and John Cleese and Michael Palin movies that I watched as a child. But that was our exception. That was my dad's exception. Was it's got Michael Palin in it? He needs to see this, dude. Anything? Okay, so Denzel. Anything? Much Ado About Nothing. Speaking of romance, To
Yes,
Kill
yes, yes.
Shakespeare twice.
Right, right. Getting to go back in for another crack. Yeah, I feel
The
that, especially at like
yeah.
older age.
I love that because I think he's not just an actor's actor. He's a person. person. He's a man's man. He's a woman's man. He's